Nah, yeah. We been player hated. I don't know when, I don't know why. Why they want us faded. I don't know why they hate us. Is it our ladies? Or trying to fade it?
All right, what's up, future Huskies? You seem to have made it through the ball handling workout. We are now going to enter our virtual shooting program for day one. We're going to do a quick warm-up with some three-finger shooting and a range extender, and then get into some drills. First of all, you should all have this document emailed to you. It either was sent to your parents or is available for you on Schoology. It's got places to record all of your shooting numbers to keep track of throughout this 3-week period. The first thing we're going to do is a three-finger warm-up shooting. You see Rocco is just 2 feet in front of the basket. He's using 3 fingers. He's using his thumb, he's using his index finger, and his middle finger to shoot with the intent of making the shot without hitting the rim. This is to help him work on his backspin, making sure he's getting the proper rotation on the ball, and just building some consistency with his form as he begins his warm-up program. Matt's going to do our second warm-up here. It's called range extender. He starts from just a foot in front of the basket. He takes 1 step back with each shot that he makes, and he goes another step back each time until he misses 2 in a row. So he actually does a pretty nice job here. He's at the 3-point line now, and he's stepping back just to get into his form a little bit. We never start by shooting at the 3-point line. And for those of you guys who are a little bit younger, we want to keep you guys inside the 3-point line. Use a smaller ball, use a shorter hoop, all right, and work on your form and develop those habits before you start getting out to the 3-point line, or where Matt's at, which is probably about the volleyball line equivalent in a high school court. So our first drill is called 3 in a row shooting. You see Rocco starts. There's 5 cones equally spaced, and he makes 3 shots in a row. Okay, so you keep going within this drill until you make 3 shots in a row. You use the cones to set up cuts. So you see Matt makes one. He sets up his cut and then cuts 2 spots. So he misses. Now he starts over again from 0. Here he has 1. Okay, so he cuts, gets behind a cone. Now he's got 2 in a row. He needs this one to finish the drill, or he goes back to 0. So he goes back to 0. In order to get out of the drill, he has to make 3 shots in a row. You want your rebounder to count the total shots that are taken in order for you to get 3 in a row. As the shooter, you're just concentrating on your next shot, making your next shot, having good footwork, sprinting to your square up, and then executing with good form. Next drill is what we call 15-15-15. We go from 3 spots on the court. We go from the baseline to the wing, then we go from elbow to elbow, and then we go from wing to baseline on the other side. The shooter is counting his makes. He's counting his makes up to 15. Rocco, or the rebounder in this case, is counting the total number of shots. So when you finish 15-15-15 from a segment, you should know what your total number of shots taken is, and that's what you record. So obviously a 15 out of 19 or a score of 19 would be really good. 15 out of 47, for example, or a score of 47 wouldn't be as good. Okay, again, this is another conditioning drill. You're moving, you're getting your feet set, you're making sure your shot looks the same every time, and then you're scoring yourself so you can measure your success and your effectiveness as a shooter. A great number to aim for here would be to stay under 22. Okay, if you can get to 15 to 20 or 15 to 21 or even 15 of 18, you're doing a really nice job, and that can be consistent across all 3 spots. Again, you're going to go from baseline to wing at that first spot in your 15-15-15. So you should record 3 numbers when this drill is over. All right, it's a 3-part drill. You're going baseline to wing, and then you'll see in a minute Rocco's going to go to the second spot, which is top of the key, elbow extended, and then elbow extended on the other side. So here's the second set of spots. So again, you see elbow extended and elbow extended. So this is a great teaching point. You never want to stop the drill, okay? Even if you miss your first 4 or you miss your first 3, This should be a competitive drill against yourself. What standard are you setting for yourself? So Rocco was encouraged here to continue to work. All right, and he ends up getting a pretty good score here based on continuing the drill. And it's not like, and again, I used to do this as a kid in Madden as well. You get down 14-0, restart the game. It's pretty easy, but that develops a bad habit. In order to get effective and accurate stats, you can't start over every time that you miss the first couple shots. You really focus and get into the right frame of mind before you start, and that can help you out quite a bit. But as you see, Rocco's shot looks pretty much the same every single time. He doesn't dip a whole lot, but his feet are balanced, and he stays on balance in his shot, and his follow-through looks the same or looks very similar every single time. Make sure your rebounder is working hard, developing strong passes to you, and throwing it as hard as he can at your hands, so you get a game-like pass here. Again, by the time that you're done with these, it should be a little bit of a conditioner. You start to see a little bit of sweat on Matt and Rocco's shirts here. Again, it's a hot day. I realize it's June, but definitely something that gets you guys a nice little lather, at least warming up for the competitive drills that are going to come at the end. This last drill we're going to do here is something that we do every single day. It's called 5 minutes of threes. It's with one basketball and one rebounder. You need 5 minutes on the clock and as many threes as you can make in 5 minutes. Now, this is for a varsity high school player. I would say for a middle schooler, anywhere from 5th to 8th grade, I would stay inside the three-point line. I would try to do 15-footers or around free throw length shots, as many as you could make in 5 minutes. Again, a great number to get, I would say, would be above 55. Our program record was set by Ethan Roberts last year as 79. 79 is an awful lot. But you probably get in 5 minutes, dependent upon your age, I would say 85 to 90 shots off. 5 minutes is a long time. It doesn't seem like a long time in talking about it, but when you're shooting consistently for 5 minutes, you have to stay consistent over the course of time to get a really good score. All right, so you saw in watching Matt, he made his first 9 shots, and then in between, about probably the 2-minute mark and the 2-minute and 45-second mark, he gets a little bit cold. So it's a measure of consistency. We had a lot of guys last year average around 50 made threes per 5 minutes, and that's because we were doing the drill a lot. But another thing to keep in mind is you never shoot the same shot 2 times in a row. Okay, so Matt is always shooting a new shot every time he catches the ball. You can see Matt has really sound footwork with his left-right step in here. And when he gets in rhythm, you just replicate the shot that you've made. And again, it's something that you can work at and compete against yourself. I wouldn't get too carried away with competing against other people or trying to get 79. Find out what your benchmark is and then keep your averages every single day. What did I get yesterday? What's my best this week? What's my best this month? Who's somebody that I would compare my skills with or am competing for a position with, and see what they're getting and challenge yourself to beat them. And if you don't get a score that you like the first time around, try it again. Okay, again, don't start over and wait till you make the first 5 shots every time. Okay, that's not going to get you a true average. Another thing is make sure your rebounder, whether it's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, somebody down the street from you or somebody on your block, is working hard. Okay, it's hard to rebound for 5 minutes too. You see me dogging it a little bit there. I should have sprinted after that rebound for Matt. All right, you got to get the ball and get it right back to them in order to maximize the amount of shots that they take in that 5-minute segment. All right, best of luck, guys. A little spoiler alert, Matt gets 49 here, so 1 below 50, which was his priority or his goal. So he's a little bit angry with himself once this closes up. But good luck. Have fun today. Enjoy shooting. Enjoy competing with each other. Again, remember, make sure your habits match your goals. I know we all have lofty goals and standards for ourselves. Make sure our habits each day match those. So you should have completed the ball handling workout. Now you have a shooting workout. The last thing you can do is a little bit of conditioning. It's an intervals training running workout. That'll be coming up soon. Thanks, guys.
been player hated. I don't know why. Why they want us faded. I don't know why they hate us. Look at our ladies.
Come on, it can't be that.